지금은 제가 에이펙스 트레이딩 펀딩 세미나에 있어요. 프랍 중에 이제 가장 큰 회사죠. 미국에서 이제 시작됐는데 그렇게 오래되진 않았지만 그래도 엄청나게 크게 성장하면서 지금 거의 프랍에서 아마 1등인 걸로 알고 있어요. 회사가 엄청 커지고 있고 페이아웃 규모도 그래서 엄청 크고, 그래서 그 세미나, 한국에서 세미나를 개최한다고 해서 그곳에 지금 왔습니다. 네, 그래서 저는 오늘 여기서 스피커는 아니고 이제 인플루언서로 그냥 이제 참석하러 왔어요.
네, 안녕하세요 여러분, 안전이나.
I would love to talk with you again.
Apex has paid out more in 4 weeks than the second largest funding company has paid out in the last 4 years. So the second rule, the payouts, the safety net.
첫 번째, 1대5 Max Risk Reward Ratio. 일단 이 말의 의미는 손익비가 0.2보다 낮으면 안 된다는 의미예요. 근데 여기서 질문이 있었어요. 손절이 100틱, 익절을 20틱 이렇게 잡고 포지션에 들어갔는데 홀딩이 힘들어서 본청 혹은 10틱 정도 익절을 한다면 문제가 되는가 이렇게 물어봤어요. 그러니까 답변은 NO, 전혀 문제가 없다. 포지션 도중에 리스크 관리를 위해 본청 혹은 약익절에서 나오는 것은 전혀 문제가 없고 바람직하다라고 이제 답변을 해줬어요. 그래서 이 룰이 궁극적으로 왜 생겨났냐면 무한 물타기 혹은 손절을 막 100포인트 이렇게 설정하고 존버하다가 결국 올라와서 뭐 한 10포인트, 5포인트도 안 됐는데 익절을 해버리는 그런 비정상적인 거래를 막기 위한 룰이라고 보시면 될 것 같아요. 그래서 정상적으로 거래를 하는 분들은 사실 크게 신경 쓰지 않아도 됩니다. 두 번째, 30% 네거티브 P&L. 이 규칙에 대해서 일단 설명을 하자면 미실현 손익을 기준으로 계산했을 때 한 번 진입, 한 번 거래당 감당할 수 있는 최대 손실이 세이프티넷 도달 이전에는 세이프티넷 곱하기 0.3, 세이프티넷 도달 이후부터는 P&L 곱하기 0.3 이렇게 된다는 거예요. 예를 들어 50K 계좌, 세이프티넷이 2,600불인 계좌를 예로 들게요. 세이프티넷 도달 이전에는 한 번 거래당 2,600불에 곱하기 0.3, 730불의 손절까지 가능한 거예요. 근데 만약에 도달 이후 내 계좌가 뭐 계속해서 세이프티넷 이후로 계속 커지잖아요. 그래서 뭐 계좌의 P&L이 6,000달러인 상태라면 6,000달러 곱하기 0.3 해서 2,000불까지 손절이 가능하죠. 그러면 여기서 질문이 또 있었는데 첫 번째는 포지션 진입 후 물타기 혹은 불타기 한 경우 그걸 하나의 거래로 취급하는가? 라고 물어보니까 그것도 아직 청산을 안 했기 때문에 하나의 거래로 취급한다는 거예요. 그래서 내가 만약에 세이프티넷을 아직 도달하지 않았다면 물타기, 불타기도 조금은 조심해서 해야 되는 케이스가 되겠죠. 질문 두 번째는 장 시작할 때는 P&L이 플러스 6,000달러여서 도달 이후에 해당하죠. 그 도달 이후에 해당하다가 장 시작 이후 2,600불 아래로 세이프티넷 아래로 내려온 경우는 어떻게 계산을 하는가 이렇게 물어봤는데 답변은 여기서 기준이 되는 그 P&L은 항상 장 시작 기준에 따라서, 그래서 방금과 같은 케이스에서는 6,000달러로 계산되는 거죠.
I started the same thing, more evals, blowing, more evals, get to PA, blow the PA, back to evals, more money, more evals, back to PA, blow the PA, 1 step forward, 2 steps back. Anybody feel that way sometimes? We know who he is. This is Daryl Martin, our founder. August of 2022, Daryl called me on the phone. I had never talked to Daryl before. My phone rang, it's Daryl. He said, "Are you Vince?" I said, "Yes." And he said, "I want to talk about your trading style." He said, "You know, you're actually pretty good in the morning, but in the afternoon, you give it all back." He said, "You need to start understanding where your highest success rate on the day is. Start to plot your trades. Start to trade smaller. Start with fewer accounts. Scale them up. Trade small. Be consistent." He gave me a lot of advice in a very short phone call. That was a huge moment for me. Daryl Martin, he's the founder of Apex. And for him to call me and take an interest was a really big deal for me. I had spent years already studying futures and studying the markets, but I lacked one fundamental element in my trading. My strategies were quite good. I had a pretty good success rate. What was I lacking? What fundamental element was I lacking in my trading? Does anybody know? Discipline. What does discipline do? Discipline leads to habits. Habits lead to consistency. And consistency leads to growth. You have to have discipline in trading. The best strategy in the world, if not backed by discipline, will fail. It is very important. The number one rule, it is a 3-3 profit loss trade on the day. It's very simple. Stop loss. In American football, we have the quarterback. When the quarterback has the ball, he steps back, he's losing yards. When you have your strategy, you need to have a defined stop loss. Be news aware. Follow the news, but don't trade the news. Don't trade the news. You will get caught. Or stocks will get run. Just let the news happen, let the market settle, and then follow your trading strategy. Scale responsibly. This is what Apex allows us to do. You can add accounts instead of adding contracts. If you want to trade multiple contracts, add more accounts and keep your risk low. Protect the drawdown. Have a strategy. Every trade should have a clear reason why you took it. Don't overcomplicate it or trade too many markets. I see some traders that try to chart every market, ES, the NQ, the oil, gold, platinum, multiple markets. It's very difficult to understand what moves all of those markets and why. So really you need to understand the market you're trading quite well. Make results tangible. This is a big one for me. I would trade 20 accounts and I would be up $1,000. That's $20,000 on 20 accounts. And then I would give it all back every afternoon. Because it was just a funny money on the screen, right? It was just a number. So what I did is I took poker chips, and every time I had a win, I would stack the poker chips on my desk, so it was visual. So I started to understand how much money that was. You can use real money. You can use monopoly money. You can use anything. But make the money on the screen seem real. When you have a loss, take the chips away. When you see the money sitting on your desk, it will change your psychology very quickly. Very, very quickly. This was a very big one for me. Don't chase losses. Very simple. Never, under any circumstances, add to a losing position ever. There's going to be people disagree. They say DCA is a strategy. DCA is a strategy. It works very well in long-term investments like Tesla. In the futures markets, it's very risky. If you're wrong, you need to understand why you were wrong. Did you front-run an entry? Did you enter too soon? Did you trade out of FOMO? Why are you wrong? If you're wrong, admit it quickly and emphatically. Get out. Get out of the trade. Scale into winners. Add contracts as you can keep your stock in profit and protect your drawdown. This is something we hear a lot of people ask about DCA, and the fact is that we don't have a lot of people asking if they can scale into winners. If you enter with one contract and it works in your favor, you're long and you're up, you can enter another contract. You can scale into winners. Treat evaluations like funded accounts. Build good habits. This was a big problem of mine. I would YOLO evals and then say, oh, once I get to PA, I'll follow a strategy. I never did. Not until I wrote my rules. Keep emotions in check and struggling. trade sim. There's no rule saying you can't trade sim account. Just trade a sim account. Trade your strategy in sim. Prove it. Back test it. Be patient with winning trades. Be enormously impatient with losing. If you're in a winning trade, identify your take profit. Be patient. Let the market work. Be patient with the winning trades. If you're in a losing trade, be enormously impatient. Get out. If it's not working, get out. Keep a journal of wins and losses. This was something Daryl told me to actually do. He told me, he said, start to understand when you are the most profitable. What I did is I took an Excel spreadsheet and I charted the trade, win or lose, in the time of day. I found out that between 10 o'clock Eastern and 11 o'clock Eastern, I had more than a 90% win rate. But in the afternoon New York session, I had more than a 90% loss rate. I still to this day focus on the 10 o'clock to 11 o'clock window. That is where I just resonate. That's where I understand the market. Outside of that window, I don't trade. It's on consistency over large profits. You don't need home runs. You can hit base hits. Let the profits grow. Slowly. Just let them grow. There's a lot of day trading strategies. I'm not going to teach any of these. I'm only going to put this up there so that you can go and research. Those are icebergs. What do? You check to see how much gas you have in the
영상에서도 보셨다시피 제가 이번 세미나에 가장 중요하게 생각했던 부분은 빈스의 디스플레인에 관련한 것들이었어요. 사실 뭐 책을 보거나 유튜브를 보거나 어떤 강의를 들어도 그런 절제력이 가장 중요하다는 걸 엄청 많이 얘기를 하잖아요. 근데 하지만 실제로 뛰어난 트레이더가 그거를 본인 입으로 자기 규칙들을 말하고 그거에 대해서 설명하는 걸 보니까 뭐 좀 더 크게 와닿는 부분이 있었던 것 같아요. 근데 아직 저도 이게 제가 머리로만 이해하고 있는 건지 진짜 와닿아서 온 건지 아직 정확하게 알 수 없잖아요. 그래서 이럴 땐 좀 그냥 바로 그런 행동들을 그냥 따라해요. 그리고 그 다음에 피드백을 하고 생각을 합니다. 그래서 이번 빈스의 규칙들 중에 크게 제가 필요하다고 느낀 부분들이 컴퓨터 안에 사이버 머니들을 실제로 눈으로 볼 수 있게끔 실체화 시키는 거였어요. 그래서 바로 포커칩을 사고 이용하고 있습니다.